In 1947, a distress signal from the Indian Ocean caught the attention of American, Dutch, and English ships, as well as international listening stations. They located the source and sent a search party to uncover the mystery of the SS Ourang Medan. Before we jump into the story, remember to approach this tale with a critical eye and question the authenticity of the events described. Many consider this to be an urban legend, but certain details make it difficult to dismiss outright. Multiple international ships and listening stations reported the same distinctive distress signal, a signal we'll delve into shortly. Additionally, the US Coast Guard, in a credible publication, featured a story about the SS Ourang Medan 5 years after the incident. The fact that this case has persisted for over 70 years without an official debunking adds an extra layer to its mysterious allure. In 1947, the ships, along with the listening stations, detected a strange distress signal echoing from the vastness of the Indian Ocean. This Morse code signal had a unique pattern that made it stand out. The eerie message painted a chilling picture aboard the SS Ourang Medan.
All officer, including the captain, dead, laying in the chart room and bridge, possibly the whole crew dead.
After this unsettling transmission, there was a flurry of indecipherable Morse code, ending with the haunting words,
"I die,"
followed by an eerie silence. The Silver Star, an American vessel patrolling the Malaysian waters, was among those that heard this spine-chilling signal. Collaborating with other ships and stations, they traced its origin to the SS Ourang Medan, which was drifting at the end of the Strait of Malacca, the main shipping lane between the Indian and Pacific Oceans. As this distress signal echoed across the air, the crew of the Silver Star felt a growing unease and embarked on a mission to unravel the mystery. The SS Ourang Medan, appearing undamaged, presented a puzzling scene. Approaching sailors observed a lifeless ship, devoid of any signs of activity. No crew members were in sight, and the surrounding sea remained unanswered by distress signals. Only an unsettling silence prevailed. The once bustling ship now lay adrift, a mysterious spectre in the vast Indian Ocean. As the Silver Star drew closer, the eerie atmosphere around the SS Ourang Medan intensified. The approaching crew, staring at the seemingly deserted ship, couldn't comprehend the enigma before them. Whistles and Morse code signals went unanswered, as if the SS Ourang Medan existed in its own ghostly realm, quietly traversing the Indian Ocean. The experienced sailor on the Silver Star, now enveloped in palpable tension, realized that mere observation was not sufficient enough. Something was awry, and the decision had to be made to investigate the ghost ship firsthand. Feeling a bit uneasy, the Silver Star said,
"We'll be the ones to check it out."
They told other ships and listening stations nearby about their decision. Everyone wondered, what happened to the SS Ourang Medan? Were the crew in trouble? Or was something supernatural going on? Sailing through the darkening waters, the Silver Star changed direction towards the drifting mystery. They really wanted to figure out what was going on. After a few hours, they saw the dark shape of the SS Ourang Medan. In the distance, it looked like a ship frozen in time, bobbing in the restless sea. As the Silver Star got closer to the SS Ourang Medan, the sailors saw something really unsettling. The ship, which is usually supposed to be busy with activity, now looked eerie and mysterious. The bridge, the command center of the ship, seemed empty. No one was steering the ship. No one was walking on the deck, and it was strangely calming, considering the distress call they got. The fact that there was no sign of activity made the crew feel even more uneasy. In this creepy silence, the Silver Star crew blew their whistle and tried more Morse code, desperately hoping for any sign of life from the ghostly ships. But all their efforts were met with silence, a quiet that felt like it echoed the mystery surrounding the SS Ourang Medan. Getting more worried, the crew of the Silver Star thought just watching wasn't enough anymore. They decided to abort the mysterious ship, to step onto the docks of the drifting puzzle that had grabbed their interest. With a mix of nervousness and determination, they got ready to find out the secrets hidden in the silent halls of the SS Ourang Medan. As the Silver Star crew cautiously stepped onto the SS Ourang Medan, they were met with a surreal and eerie sight. On the deck, the crew's lifeless bodies were sprawled in strange and terrifying positions, as if they were caught in the grip of an unexplainable horror. Even the ship's loyal dog shared this nightmarish fate, its teeth bared and frozen in a growl. The bridge, once a busy command center, reflected the haunting scenes on the deck. An officer, likely the one who'd sent the distress signal, was slouched over the telegraph, his finger frozen in its final message. The Silver Star crew found themselves in the midst of a scene of death, struggling to grasp the realization that something beyond their understanding had taken place. Heading to the bridge, the Silver Star crew found a strange similarity in how the deceased were arranged. Every crew member lay on their back, hands out, as if trying to protect themselves from something above. The frozen looks on their faces told a story of agony and terror in their last moments. The mystery grew as even in death, the crew appeared to be caught in a struggle from another world. Confused, the investigators went below deck into the inner workings of the ship, expecting more of the unexpected. Normally, a steel ship's boiler room would be hot and stuffy, but as the Silver Star crew went down, they felt an unexpected chill. The temperature was surprisingly cold, which seemed out of place compared to the scorching heat outside, making the occurrence even more mysterious. Ready for whatever might come next, the crew found more lifeless bodies, all sharing the same unexplainable fate. There were no obvious signs of harm to the ship, no external injuries to the deceased, just a haunting scene of a crew apparently wrestling with unseen horrors. Even though it was blazing hot outside, the inside of the SS Ourang Medan felt oddly cold. Some crew members guess it was around 40 degrees Fahrenheit. The quick shift from the scorching weather to this chilling atmosphere made this crew even more tense. As they wandered through the dimly lit halls, they came across more lifeless bodies, each frozen in a weird posture, as if they were protecting themselves from a monstrous threat. But oddly, none of the deceased showed any obvious signs of external injury. This left the crew on board scratching their heads, trying to make sense of the strange happenings of the ghost ship. Choosing not to disrupt the eerie scene, the captain of the Silver Star opted to leave the bodies undisturbed. Instead, the decision was made to tow the SS Ourang Medan for a professional inspection because of the mysterious events. The crew attached a tow line to the lifeless vessel, getting ready to bring it back for experts to examine what had happened. Yet, as they started moving the SS Ourang Medan, an unexpected and foreboding twist took place. Suddenly, smoke started pouring out from inside the SS Ourang Medan, making the increasingly puzzling situation more strange. Worried about the unknown and not wanting to take any risks, the captain of the crew quickly cut the tow line and moved to a safe distance. Just moments later, a powerful explosion shook the ghost ship, lifting it completely out of the water before crashing it back down, rapidly sinking into the depths of the Indian Ocean. Because of the ship sinking, we can only use the first-hand experiences of the crew to determine if the event actually happened or not. The primary critique of this story revolves around the lack of concrete evidence proving the actual existence of the ship. Some blame it on mass hysteria, whereas skeptics point to the absence of records in large shipping registers, a significant publication where the vessel should have been registered. Some argue that the name Ourang Medan translates to the Man of Medan, suggesting it could have been registered in another registry near Sumatra, but nothing ever came out of it. In response to these doubts, proponents of the story argue that the absence of records may be intentional, possibly to cover up illicit activities. A German researcher who delved into the case for decades and published The Dead Ship on the South Seas, claimed that the SS Ourang Medan was smuggling illegal materials like nitroglycerin and potassium cyanide. According to this theory, a leak of these hazardous substances may have caused the crew's demise and could explain the subsequent explosion and lack of physical injuries. However, questions persist, such as how the Silver Star crew avoided exposure to these dangerous chemicals upon their arrival. Despite the uncertainties and debates surrounding its authenticity, the SS Ourang Medan tale remains a captivating and mysterious story. Whether legend or reality, it continues to intrigue those seeking answers.